Turning now to this week's Fox Business debate, I sat down in Milwaukee with Maria Bartiromo, the host of Sunday Morning Futures before this program, and the FBN show Mornings with Maria. Maria Bartiromo, welcome.
Hello, Howard. Good to see you.
So you advertised quite openly, no gotcha questions at the debate. Why did you take that approach?
Well, you know, I didn't want to have a gotcha question. I wanted to have an aha moment instead of a gotcha moment. I wanted to be the one, and along with Neil Cavuto and Jerry Baker, to help the voter better distinguish between the candidates' economic plans. You know, and frankly, you know, it's not about me. And so I wasn't interested in a mud fight. I was more interested in substance and really getting details, because we haven't had a lot of specifics, Howie.
But you're helping to drive the debate, and you're trying to get the candidates to engage, so it's partially about you. Was there any way to avoid being influenced by the sort of train wreck debate that your old network CNBC had a couple weeks earlier, where there was so much media bashing afterwards? Did that weigh on you a bit? I
got to tell you, it really didn't, because I always, even before that debate, was thinking we have to be about substance, because we were 3 debates in, and I felt like, you know, I still don't really have a clear understanding of how, for example, Rand Paul's tax plan differs from Ted Cruz's and differs from, you know, Jeb Bush's. And I mean, I knew it, but I didn't think the public knew it in general. So I was planning that even before the CNBC debate, but certainly after the CNBC debate and that just barrage of media coverage, I think it was more important than ever. The stakes got higher in terms of ensuring that we kept to the details and kept to the issues.
Is it a high wire act because you're trying to go pretty deep on the substance of, you know, getting into the IMF and the Fed and interest rates and jobs and taxes? You're dealing with a general audience, not a business audience, and candidates maybe that don't want to provide that many details. So is it a difficult balancing act to get the details, but it also has to be good television, as you know?
You're absolutely right. It has to be fun. And in fact, you know, it's funny because I was thinking about it last night. I said, okay, you know, the public keeps saying we want specifics. Well, we'll see if they really do want specifics when we see who was watching. But yeah, I mean, look, our business is television and it's entertainment. So you really do have to inform, but as well entertain. I left that to the candidates. I said to myself, you know what? These issues are important. I have to make sure to make these less complicated, make sure to have the viewer understand why these things are important. I'm going to leave it to the candidates to entertain by just mixing it up.
I think that was the key thing, having a little longer time to talk about it in a little more depth. At one point, one of your questions, you got booed by the audience. Talk about that.
That was my favorite point of the night, frankly, because I got to tell you, I really do believe that most GOP voters, I think all GOP voters, they have one question in front of all the other questions, and that is, who on that stage is going to be able to beat Hillary Clinton?
And so you recited Hillary Clinton's resume, First Lady, Senator, Secretary of State. It's a fair question,
Howie. I mean, look, you know, when you look at, this is the question that people are going to be asking themselves in the general election. So why not get it on the table right away? But you're right, when I recited her resume and called it an impressive resume, given that she was the First Lady and Secretary of State and Senator, I got booed. And I thought, wow, how funny. But I kept driving it because I knew that this was an important question for voters.
Even boos don't slow her down. Maria Bartiromo, thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you, Howie. Good to see you.